Hey everyone, my name's Bethany for anyone watching that doesn't know me, and this is my first video about my It Works business, and I just want to tell you a few things about why I decided to start my own business. I'm going to try to keep this short. I'm pretty long-winded. This is my fourth take. Anyway, I first learned about this business a few years ago through another friend, and I wasn't interested. And then a few years later, a friend of mine that I grew up with in junior high and high school, she started doing it. She started her own business. And, started talking to me about it, and I wasn't interested. I kept turning her down. For 2 years, I kept turning her down. She would approach me about it here and there, just, to see if I'd change my mind. But I didn't think that it was for me. I didn't think I had that type of personality, or was that popular, or was suited for that kind of success. Even though it's something that I've always dreamed of. I've always dreamed of more, and I've never believed in settling. I've believed in having to reroute and having to be okay with things, be comfortable with things for the interim, but I have never believed that that a goal cannot be achieved. I believe that any goal that you want, anything you set your mind to, anything that you desire can be achieved. It might not be the way you want to do it, or when you want to do it, or how necessarily. But I believe that, that no matter what, you have charge over your life. Because I'm a religious person, and obviously there are certain things about our lives that we cannot control, certain things about our lives that we do not have charge over. But in terms of this kind of thing, and just do the things that we want to do with our lives, we are the masters of our fate, essentially. And anyway, so I just, I didn't think that this was anything. Sorry. I didn't think that this was anything for me. But then, the last 6 months, I started getting this really pressing feeling that I needed to talk to my friend Georgina, and get involved and start my own business. So one day she messaged me and was like, "Hey, I know that you're not interested in really getting into this, but I need some help building my portfolio a little bit more. Would you be willing to try the hair, skin, and nails product, and then write me a review at the end of 3 months?" So I thought, well, okay, sure. Plus, that's a product that I need anyway. I was taking biotin anyway, but it just wasn't cutting it. And so I figured, well, if something can help me, if something can help me gain back my strong nails, soft and hydrated skin, and thick and strong hair from post-pregnancy, then yeah, I'll give it a try. So and skipping ahead a little bit, 3 months later, oh yeah, it's something I'm always gonna have. But at the time that she was asking me to do that, I said, it's funny because for the last 6 months I've actually had this really pressing feeling to talk to you about getting involved and starting my own business. Can we talk?" And so she was so excited, and she was like, "I knew it. I've had the same feeling to talk to you about it again, but I kept ignoring it." And it's so funny because the more that I ignored that feeling, the stronger it got. And then once I started talking to her about it, and once I signed up to have my own business, my own It Works business, just this feeling of peace and comfort came over me. And I've never ever felt that way about any work from home job. But I am so comfortable with this company, with the products. I trust them. I believe in them. And I'm the kind of person that if I don't believe in something or trust something, I'm not going to promote it. I'm not going to tell anyone about it. Or if I do, I'm only going to rag on it. I'm going to say, "Oh, you shouldn't trust this," or "I didn't like that at all," things like that. But if it's something that I do like, I do trust, and I do believe in, I will rave about it, and I will tell people how great it is, and I will do it over and over until hopefully one day they see how amazing it is, Just like if I go to a movie or a restaurant that I really like, or even if I visit a park that I really like, I'll tell them about it. And I'll just say, "Oh, you really need to go try this place out." Anyway, my why, the reason that I'm doing this, I have always wanted more for my friends and family. I have always had the dream of being wealthy, not stinking rotten rich and having a mansion and 3 boats and 10 cars and a bunch of things like that. No. I just want to be wealthy so that I can provide more for not just my little family, me, my husband, and my son, but for my family, my parents, my siblings, and my friends and strangers, people I don't know, people across the world. I have always wanted to give, and I've cried many, many nights over the years because I don't have the means to give. And I know that money isn't everything, but we live on Earth where money kind of is everything in a lot of ways. Sometimes you get bogged down by that monkey on your back, because you can only make so much money, or so we think. I've never believed that. I've never believed in settling, and I have always been looking for an opportunity to make more money so that I can better my life, better my family's life, my friends, strangers, etc. And I recently accomplished one of my biggest life goals, and that is to work in the medical field. I am now a medical assistant, and I have a fantastic job at a wonderful family clinic. I work part-time. I work 2 evenings a week and 2 mornings a week, and then every other Saturday. And that might not seem like a lot, but it's the day shifts that really get me. And I know there are plenty of moms out there who work full-time because they either don't have a choice or they do have a choice and they just want to work full-time, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not at all. There's no shame. because I do want to work. I do want to have a job. I do want to work outside the home doing what I love, though, which is working in the medical field. But I don't want it to be a stress. I don't want it to become something that I resent or that makes me sad because I, have to rely on that money, or I have to stick to a certain schedule. And I want the same for my husband. I want him to be able to enjoy his job, or to be able to change jobs, or quit and pursue his dream without having to stress or freak out about how we're going to pay the bills or keep a roof over our head or food in our stomach. And even right now, with both of us working, he works full-time and at a civilian job and part-time at a military job, and that there's me working part-time now. And even so, we still struggle. We're still paycheck to paycheck, and we don't live lavishly. We don't go crazy buying a whole bunch of things that aren't necessary, or throwing money away. We haven't been on a date in 10 months. No joke. We've only been out of the house without our son twice for a cumulative total of maybe 3 hours, and that was for a meeting at our church and to go to Walmart. So, super romantic stuff. Anyway, one of the main kickers for why I want to just really get the ball rolling finally with having my own business is my son. He is my whole world, and I could not have that without my husband. He is so amazing and so supportive and giving and sweet, and together we really do have it all. It's just the money, it makes the fact that we do have it all still seem stressful and kind of sad from time to time, because the stress about money kind of casts a shadow over all that. And I'm sick of it, because that shadow has been in my life ever since I can remember. My family growing up, we didn't have much money. We never had nice things. We weren't like in the poorhouse, but we definitely never had nice things, and there were some days when we didn't have a whole lot of food. Anyway, I won't get sidetracked on a tangent. But yeah, my son, I want to be able to change my work schedule so that I don't have to be away from him at all during the day, unless it's like, I have to go to the doctor and he can't come with me, or something like that. I want to be able to change my schedule so that I only have night shifts when he's asleep, and not every night, so that I can still spend time with my husband, spend time with my eternal love. I want to be home to make memories and to be there, to be with each other, to experience every stage and phase and new step, new chapter of our lives. On Tuesdays and Thursdays when I go to work, I take our son to a family friend's house. She watches him. She has a cute little girl just a few months younger than him, and a really fun kid-friendly dog, and so it's awesome. And anyway, it just, even though I know I'm leaving him in good hands, it is so depressing because more often than not, he will just cry and look at me so sad. And this morning was kind of the breaking point. He just was clinging to me for dear life. He absolutely did not want to be put down. He didn't want anyone else to touch him. And he just was looking at me, just crying, looking at me like, Mom, why are you doing this? Why are you leaving me here? I don't understand this. And I just, I had to leave to go to work. And as I was driving to work, I just started crying. I just couldn't help it. Family is the most important thing to me. Always has been. And that's why I believe in It Works. I believe in their products. I love them. I've tried almost every single one. And it's not a joke being successful and seeing what you want, reaching for it, and taking it. That's not a joke. The products, this company, the ability to own and run your own business, be your own boss, be the only employee, not have to worry about inventory or overhead or anything like that. It is amazing. It is better, and it will give you best, but you have to work for it. You have to fight for it. You have to have faith. Faith without works is dead, and I fully believe in that. And I really hope that even if you don't think this is for you, that you will at least humor me and talk to me about it. If it's not for you, then, it's not for you. I'm not going to force you. I'm not a shark or a hustler. This is a business that is going to change my life forever, and hopefully it will change yours too. But yeah, just send me a message and let's talk.